Kelly from the Northfield Art Barn here. So excited about our January Art Barn box. If you're watching this, you probably got one in the mail and you're wondering, what do I do with these amazing flannel circles to make this pouch? Isn't this cute? My kids got really into this and started making just bunches of them after we discovered how to do this and got a bunch of kind of scraps at Joann Fabrics, and we have a lot of pouches around our house now. So in your box, you found the leather string and the beads as well. That's what you'll need for this project. So I take my circle. Here we've pre-cut it for you. We used a plate to trace it, and then we just with a Sharpie made marks as if it were a clock. You'll see how those are useful in a moment here. So what you'll do is you'll take your leather. We liked using leather as our stringing tool. This is called No Sew Project, meaning it's like sewing but not using a sewing machine, right? So we couldn't send a sewing machine in the box, and plus I don't really know how to sew. I'm hoping to learn that in the coming days. It's a useful tool, isn't it? But this is a No Sew Project. Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm going through these little loops. I put the Sharpie side down. What I mean by Sharpie side is the one that has the hash marks. It doesn't matter if you accidentally did it the other direction. You don't really see it in the finished product, but there you go. So you're just gonna keep looping. I'm not gonna do this whole thing right now, but you're gonna keep looping it all the way around until it's something like this, to where you have just about the same equidistant, right, or equal length here on your rope. Okay, now is the really fun part. You're gonna flip your flannel over like this. Okay, so now you just see this kind of like this. You're gonna put your hand kind of in the center to create a base, and then you're really just gonna kind of pull the edges to make yourself a little pouch. Watch this. Pretty cool. There's a little satchel, but you're not done. You've got these beads. You wouldn't have to use them, but they just kind of make a nice little embellishment to the edge. The length of your leather, you gotta decide if you wanna cut some of that off on the end. It's up to you. On the smaller pouch, you might use 2 or 3 beads. Maybe lay out a design. Here I did kind of I did black, fuchsia, and then the navy blue was kind of my order. And here I did kind of that bone color with the fuchsia in between. Or you could do a difference on either side. It's up to you, it's your creation, okay? So you don't just string them on because they're gonna like fall all the way to the end. You're gonna wanna make a knot. I kind of like to practice first tying it to imagine that it had the beads on it. I like to do a bow, but some kids don't know how to tie it, and that's fine. You might be just doing a knot instead of a bow. Okay, so now I know what I'm working with in terms of the ends, and I probably want my bead, I'm gonna do 2 beads. So I probably want it to come to right about there. I'm gonna make a knot to hold the bead there. That's what we're doing. Okay, maybe you need a parent to help you with this, and that's fine. Or grandparent, aunt, uncle, sister, dad. Okay, now I have a little knot there to hold it. I'm gonna string this little guy in. I'm gonna string one more. You gotta have enough on the end to retie a knot. I think I'm just gonna do one just to speed up this video. But you see this little tail here? I'm gonna knot him. Sometimes it's nice to do 2, and oddly this leather, you can kind of stretch it a little bit to get it the size you want. Pull that little guy through. Now that bead's not going anywhere. See that? I'd do the same on the other side, and then I'd have a great little satchel. It'd be cool to give someone a birthday present in one of these, wouldn't it? Our imagination led us to think that you could put your little claymation figurines in there that you made with the rest of the portion of the box. But there you go, your No Sew pouch. Enjoy it.